Midweek 44! Hey, we're almost done with this unit. Alright. So, what part of speech are generally used in place of nouns to avoid repeating the nouns over and over and over again? Those would be our favorite pronouns. Pronouns take place nouns. And the noun to which a pronoun refers is called its what, and it gives the pronoun its definite meaning. This is a word that starts with an A. It is your, hey look, it's down here, antecedent. The antecedent gives it its definite meaning. And this referring to another word is known as the what of a pronoun. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Refer is part of the word. It is the reference of a pronoun. And if a pronoun seems to have more than one antecedent, we say that it is ambiguous, an ambiguous pronoun. Okay? So, when the same form of a word fits in two places in a sentence, we may avoid repetition by using it only once and then taking it for granted in the other position. So if I have a sentence like, you have 4 and I have 3, can I take out this second half and have the sentence say, you have 4 and I 3? Yeah, technically you can. It still makes sense. So you have 4 and I blank 3 versus you have 4 and he blank 3. Which sentence would the verb not fit? Sorry, would the verb have not fit in the blank space? You wouldn't say he have 3, right? That would sound really, really, really wrong. So the reason why it would sound wrong is because with you can use the verb form have, but with he, do you use have or has? You would say he has 3. So notice they don't match anymore, whereas you and I both use have, so therefore it matched. So you have 4 and he 3, you have 4 and I 3. So which sentence would be considered correct and okay to take out that have? That one in B, because I have 3 still makes sense. Sue goes to high school and he blanked to college. Sue goes to high school and I blanked to college. So in which sentence do we not need to repeat the verb goes because the same form would fit in the blank space? A, right? He goes to college. But it would be wrong to say Sue goes to college and I to college, because with Sue we use goes, but I can't say I goes to college. We would say I go to college. I never have eaten and never will eat an oyster. So does the same form of the verb eat follow both the have and the will? No, right? You have eaten and never will eat, right? Not the same form of the word eat. So it would be wrong to say I never have and never will eat an oyster. This sentence is wrong because with will, we need to use the verb form eat, but with have, you don't say I have eat, but you would say I have eaten. So I never have eaten and never will eat an oyster versus I never have and never will eat an oyster. Which sentence is technically grammatically correct? A, right? I never have eaten, never will eat an oyster. So we always have paid and always will pay our bills on time. Can we take out the verb paid and say we always have and always will pay our bills on time? No, right? Because this form needs pay, but this form needs paid, and those are not the same forms of the verb. So you can't just leave them out. Alright, now circle, star, highlight, another part of speech. Articles, and there's only 3 of them, the words a, and the. Those 3 words are the tiny words we use before nouns to help us make the noun more specific. So articles are the 8th part of speech that we've looked at. We've seen nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and now articles. And the main thing to know about articles, circle, star, highlight, is that you use the article a before a consonant sound, like a fish, and then an article and before a vowel sound, like an eel. So if we have, did you put a pear or a peach in my lunch, versus did you put a pear or an apple in my lunch, in which sentence could we take out the article a because the same form fits in both places? In sentence A, right? Because it's a pear, a peach. Whereas it'd be wrong to say, did you put a pear or an apple in my lunch if we took out the and, It'd be wrong because with apple we need an, right? It's the vowel sound. But with pear we use a. But of course with apple we use the article an. So we need to include both. So shall I make an apple or apricot pie? Shall I make an apple or pumpkin pie? Which sentence is okay to omit the second and, the second article? A. Whereas with B, it needs to be a pumpkin pie, right? Because pumpkin is not a verb consonant. Sorry, not verb. A vowel consonant. A vowel sound. It's been a long day. Sorry. Alright, so repeat the article an or the, or any possessive pronoun. Possessive meaning it shows ownership of something. So like my, your, his, her, etc. Whenever there's any chance of any misunderstanding. So if the Martins have a black and white cat versus the Martins have a black and a white cat, which sentence means that the Martins have two cats? B, right, one's black, one's white. Harvey ordered a peanut butter and a jelly sandwich. Harvey ordered a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which sentence means Harvey has two sandwiches? A, one's peanut butter, one's jelly. My cousin and best friend will go with me. My cousin and my best friend will go with me. Which sentence means that there are two separate people going? Once again, B. We invited our coach and our science teacher to the picnic. We invited our coach and science teacher to the picnic. Which sentence means two people are coming to the picnic? A. One's the coach, one's the science teacher. So do not omit a word required by the meaning or grammatical construction of a sentence or by any customary usage. So if we have Bob made fun blank my suggestion, or Bob made fun blank and ridiculed my suggestion, what preposition is being which preposition is missing from the sentence? Bob made fun of my suggestion. Same way Bob made fun of and ridiculed my suggestion. So it needs that preposition of. The team had lots of respect blank their coach. The team had lots of respect and confidence in their coach. Which preposition is missing in both? They had a lot of respect for their coach. The teacher referred blank a book. The book blank which the teacher referred was not in the library. Which preposition would be missing from these sentences? The teacher referred to a book, or the book to which the teacher referred was not in the library. So it needs the preposition to. So we did many things that were fun. We swam, fished, and many other things that were fun. What word from A is missing in sentence B? It needs that did, right? We swam, fished, and did many other things that were fun. The author has lived among the Eskimos. The author has lived as well as written about the Eskimos. Which word from A is missing in B? Once again, among. The author has lived among the Eskimos as well as written about those Eskimos. Now, circle, star, highlight this one, okay? This one everyone always seems to forget on the test, and I don't know why. Do not omit the word that from a noun clause when it's used as a subject complement after any form of a linking verb be. So it'd be correct to say his excuse was that he didn't see the stop sign. But it'd be wrong to say his excuse was he didn't see the stop sign. Why is the second one wrong? What's the missing word? It needs the word that. So in these sentences, if the omission is incorrect, put in the necessary word. But if it is allowable, just go ahead and put correct. I was on one side and my two friends blank on the other. Okay, so this is saying that the was over here is okay over here. What do we say my two friends was on the other? No, we would have to say my two friends were on the other. So this one needs the word were. What about with this? I was on one side and my friend blank on the other. Is it okay for this to say was? My friend was on the other? Yes. So this one's okay to leave out. So you can just write correct. Alex never has blank and never will join a sorority. So is it okay to say Alex never has joined and never will join a sorority? No. It needs Alex never has joined and never will join a sorority. I must find a book or blank article about politics. So the article A, does it work in front of the word article? Nope, that one needs an article. A-N. What about this one? Dr. Doom is looking for a typist and blank receptionist. And we want this to mean two separate people. So should there be something here? Yep, we need a receptionist. So put in a second verb only if the first one doesn't fit. Cliff is 17 and his sister blank 16. Is it okay to say his sister is 16? Yeah, so it's okay to leave it off. So you can just write correct. Our country must be strong on the sea and blank the air. So is it okay to leave it off? No. Our country must be strong on the sea and where the air? In the air. And the steak was tough and the potatoes blank overcooked. So would we say the potatoes was overcooked? No, it's more potatoes, lots of potatoes. So you would have to say the potatoes were overcooked. Okay, so in these sentences, insert a word that has been incorrectly omitted by putting in that little caret. If it is okay, though, write correct. My sister takes French and I Spanish. So this is saying that originally it would have been I takes Spanish. Is that okay? No. What should it be instead? I take Spanish, right? So you'd write in the word take. The truck was turning left and our car right. So would it be okay if this had originally said our car was turning right? Yes. So this one you can just write correct. Okay. And these last ones, the branch of medicine which Dr. Reynolds specializes is nerve disorders. Oh, something's missing here. What preposition? The in. Now you can put it in one of two places if you want. The old-fashioned rule is the branch of medicine in which Dr. Reynolds specializes is nerve disorders, but modern day you can put it at the end if you want. Which Dr. Reynolds specializes in is nerve disorders, so you can put it after specializes actually. But your choice, either or, as long as you include the word in. Tony would not take any advice except his father. Sounds again like there's a preposition missing. Where should it go? Tony would not take any advice except from his father. That sounds better. Next year we lose our best pitcher and hitter, and we're talking about one person. So is this okay? It is. So you can just go ahead and write correct. A cat's body is long and its legs very short. So a cat's body is long and its legs is very short. Is that what you would say? No, you would say its legs are very short, so they would have to get fixed. Kathy's reason for breaking the date was she had a bad headache. Now we've got the helping verb was, and then we've got she had a bad headache coming after that. That's talking about Kathy. This is a subject complement. So what word do we need right in front of it? Starts with a T, 4 letters. That she had a bad headache. And we can learn from almost everyone whom we come in contact. Sounds like a preposition missing again. Which one should it be? With whom we come in contact or whom we come in contact with. You can put it at the end too. Either or. Okay? So hopefully that all made sense. Let me know if it didn't though. And let's try the worksheet. Yay, worksheet!